reminded me of the energy and the positive vibes that you want to surround yourselves with. You want to be the average of the 5 people that you hang around yourself with. And honestly, I said it from stage at Long Beach that I want to shadow this person for a week because this person just feeds me. And so I am just so excited. We tried to get him on last week. He was traveling somewhere in Spain because he can, and he agreed to come on tonight. And so we're so honored to have our phenomenal platinum marketing director, Puya Gondian, on. Let's give it up. Wow.
Puya, you have to unmute yourself, please. Oh, there you go.
Got it. Well, I definitely appreciate that. And I'm always honored when I get an opportunity to be on anything alongside of you incredible ladies. And I didn't realize you were trying to do it as a little guest surprise. So I changed my name to Paul Guntherson and had to switch it up real quick too. But it's always awesome when I get a chance to do anything literally from home. It's crazy to think that I moved into this condo in the year of 2015, and to look at how much I've been on the road in comparison to actually being home is it's actually kind of mind-blowing. And to think that my friends several years ago used to always make fun of me for living in my little Orange County bubble because I never found myself too far outside of it, and now to find it very difficult to actually get me inside of it is really a big thing I attribute to Niora, because I've put more stamps in my passport than ever before because of this opportunity. And I want you to know that you've heard that whole saying several years throughout the time, if you've been a brand partner with us, that however small or however big your goals are, you can truly make them a reality being a brand partner with this company. So I got to quickly say that anytime that I can, surround myself with Teresa and Karen, I jump at that opportunity because I love who they are as individuals. And honestly, for both of them, they've kind of seen me grow up in this business. So I feel very honored that I've been asked to really speak to not just what they see as the core group and leadership of their team, but also the people that I see as the future leaders of our company. And that's what excites me about talking to you guys, is because you are really the future class of our company. And to think that, my 8-year anniversary was just celebrated this last month, and to see what this company has done in that 8-year time frame is mind-blowing. And some of you were there from the very beginning with us. Some of you are just baby brand partners. But remember, take a moment to just realize that 8 years ago, we had one product, and now we've built that product line to 18 different products that range from skincare all the way to wellness. And you've heard our CEO and founder say it over and over again that you could take multiple of our products, individual, EHT, our Age IQ products, our Youth Factor products, and make multi-billion-dollar companies off of just those individual products. To now know that we went from one country to now 15 different countries, and to know that that entire network, that entire infrastructure is now put in place. And to now know that, we have everything really put in place on a corporate side for us as the field, for us as brand partners to really go out there and build our dream. And realize the timing of really where we're at here in the month of October is that we all have less than 3 months before the clock clicks over to 2020, which I believe is literally going to be one of our best years yet. And I feel like everything that we've done up until this point, from February till here today, has really just been a warm-up for us. When you look at some of the best championship winning teams, they're consistently practicing, they're consistently warming up. And you look at the people that are showing up today, that's what I see the last 9-10 months of this year being for us. So as we transition into that fourth quarter, what I want you to ask yourself is, what do you want your business to look like in the year 2020? What do you want your team to look like in the year 2020? Ask yourself, what do you want your holiday season to really look like, as we've got another 60 to 90 days to really figure that out. I believe that each and every single one of us that are on today's Zoom has absolutely unfulfilled potential within us. And I see so many people over the course of my 8 years who I've learned from to not get off the elevator. You know, so some of you are at a place, you're at a rank where you're like, gosh, I look at this customer base, I look at this business, I look at this check, and I'm comfortable. My invitation is to stay on that elevator and to not fall victim to that success coma. I find some parts of my business that are in absolute all-out massive momentum, and then I find other parts of my business that aren't in momentum yet. And if that's where you are, just know that that's the part. It's not just yet, and it will happen, but it's important that you really mentally check in. You know, my mentors used to teach me that we as humans make, you know, there's two reasons why we create change in our life. It's either for inspiration or it's for inspiration or for out of desperation. And I'm hoping that by you showing up today, you get instilled some inspiration to go out there and to chase after these promotions, to go out there and know that you can still qualify for Cabo. And with, you know, double trip volume for the entire month, a 31-day month, you know, imagine what could happen. There are so many people that are brand partners within my team that were thousands, $5,000, $6,000, $8,000 away in trip volume from qualifying to go to the Bahamas. But you know what? In the final stretches of the finish line, they put their mind into it. They printed out pictures, put Cabo all over the place, and they made it happen. And that's what I hope that you decide to do here, because, you know, if you're lacking that desire, if you're lacking that drive to go out there and build your business, my invitation is that you start dream building. My invitation is that you start writing out a vision for what you want in your future. Big dreams equal big things. So think back to the reasons that you first got started in the business. And don't tell me the, you know, like little tiny things such as making more money. Tell me what that money would mean for you. What would you do with it? Where would you move? You know, who would you contribute to? What would you save for? What would you invest in? This is the time where you make that decision. You know, I was on a conference call a little bit earlier today, and a woman told me that, you know, her business is half of where it was several years ago, and that her check's not where it wants to be. And I instantly knew that the answer to it is your activity levels half of where it was several years ago? Is the number of recruits and new people that you're bringing on into the business half of where it was several years ago? And I know that if I wanted to go out there and achieve my goals, if I know that I wanted to go out there and buy that home for my parents, I know that if I wanted to contribute to my sister's wedding, the way that was going to happen is by me going out there and leading by example and really running after the promotions. It's getting my 3-year free. It's getting my 9 customer PC bonus. And if you're new, ask the person who invited you into this call or into the business how that is. But that's awesome money that you can open up for yourself right away. You know, I actually have my watch here, which I've put out on my table, so that way I can go get it measured and fitted for my wrist. Why? Because this was a promotion our company had, and honestly, I didn't need the watch. I didn't need the commissions that come from getting the watch, but what I needed to do was do it because I knew it was me being able to go out there and lead by example. So, you know, here's what I really think are some important things for all of us to focus on leaving here today. If you're a baby brand partner, one of your first goals should be to really find the first 3 people that you want to share this business with. And one thing that I know I've done, I kind of did this myself and I laminated it just because how my brain works. But every month I act like I'm a baby brand partner. And my goal is to get 9 customers, and my goal is to get 3 brand partners. And you can have your little dry erase marker, and every time you got a new customer in, I write it out. And if I need to wipe it clean at the end of the month, that's that opportunity to do it. But it's how can you stay in phase 1 all the time? You know, I listened to the corporate update call today and listened from one of the top leaders, Wendy Hatton. And she has more new starts within her organization that are earning their money back, that are earning commissions in the first few weeks of getting in business. And the way they're doing that is by doing parties. And when I hear that, that instantly tells me I need to fill up my calendar with as many parties as I can. So I went into my calendar last month and I counted how many real results parties I personally ended up zooming into or attending myself, and 28 real results parties. Now, for a new person, that's a lot. But for some of you that are wanting to go out there and build the business, understand the more people you can get in front of is really where the magic begins to happen. You know, for us to be able to go out there and qualify for level 2 bonus on the Team PC bonus of our comp plan, and to know that the way you do that and the commissions and bonuses it opens is a consistent $700 a month. I don't know about you guys, but that's a pretty big deal. You know, for the amount of income I've been blessed to have earned over the last 8 years, $700, oddly enough, turns my head in curiosity on how I can earn it, knowing that it comes in every single month. And the way you do that is very simple. You need to have your 9 personal customers yourself. That means 9 personal customers, preferred customers that you're managing and maintaining in a calendar month. And then you need to have 3 personal brand partners that you've enrolled that each have 6 customers themselves. When you've done that combination and the bonuses you're earning, that's $700 a month that pays out to you every month just for maintaining. Imagine advancing, imagine growing your business even more than that. $700 a month passive is a big deal. Neora has blessed me to now be able to invest in a lot of different things, including companies and real estate. And one of the funds that I recently was having an interest in is by Grant Cardone, which some of you guys may know. He's a great guy to follow on YouTube. His big things around real estate, but I love his mindset and what he teaches as far as work ethic. Well, it's interesting. You can go and put $125,000 into one of his funds, and the monthly return that you would receive is $450 a month. You guys, we have an opportunity in front of us where for not $125,000 investment, for a little bit of investment of time, sharing a product that we all know works and that people get value out of, we can go out there and earn a $700 monthly bonus. That's a massive deal. So my invitation is that, one, you go out there and ensure that you're level 2 bonus qualified this month for the Team PC bonus, but then turn around knowing that now that you've led by example, you're able to go out there and turn around and help your team do the same thing. For all the leaders that are within the call, obviously your goal is to have that complete, but also help your team do the same thing. But I love working with brand new brand partners. They have the largest level of belief. They haven't had a chance to share it and much information with anyone. And you literally can guide them through the process, help them earn their product for free, and then turn around and immediately make their money back. I know for me, that's something that I wanted from my mentors in the very beginning. So in closing, before I really kind of pass this back over to Karen, and I want to do my best to, stick to my time frame, and I don't know if Teresa's back yet. What I'll share is that when you look across the board, the products that we all share as a Neora brand partner are the same. My night cream is the same as yours. My youth factor is the same as yours. My EHT is the same as yours. Our products across the board, hands down, identically the same. When you look at the compensation plan, you and I both play and earn the same amount in commissions respective to our rank. So that means the compensation plan is also the same. When you look at the 10 core commitments, believe it or not, the 10 core commitments that I follow from my success planner on a consistent daily basis are the same things that essentially you are also following when you open up your success planner. And the beauty behind that is when you follow the 10 core commitments, when you follow that system, it also duplicates through your business. And that's what allows your business to grow away from you guys. My goal is to be as insignificant as humanly as possible. And that's why we depend on duplication. That's why we depend on systems. And then you look at the leadership. I don't know about you guys, but my CEO, my chief marketing officer, my president of every role across the board represents the same. The X factor in every equation is you as the individual. If I want to go out there and advance my business, I know that the person looking back in the mirror at the end of the day is me. And know that the team that you guys are a part of, the leadership that you have access to, in my opinion, is some of the absolute best in the entire company. They are absolutely tangled into every single one of the other top leaders. And it is up really to you to raise your hand and say, listen, I'm ready to move the needle in my business. I'm ready to draw the line in the sand and achieve those goals that I started in this business for 6 months ago, a year ago, 6 years ago, 8 years ago. change is not a matter of ability, it's a matter of motivation. And motivation is recommended every single day like a shower, whether it's through personal development, whether it's through calling somebody in your success line and getting riled up, whether it's you listening to the premier director calls on Mondays, it's whether you listening to the corporate update calls on Tuesdays, it's whether you listening to New York University or going to your monthly regionals. It is important that you stay a part of the fire. You know, I look at all of us as coals. The coals are the hottest when they're in the fire. And that's what happens when you go to power training. That's what happens when you go to the regional, like the one coming up on October 16th in Irvine. That's what happens when you show up to the corporate update calls or to the weekly edge calls. See, when you kick a coal out of the fire, does it burn out? No, not necessarily, but it's not burning as hot as it once was. So it's in those moments of decision that really begin to shape not just our destiny, but our business here with Neora. And just know that it's your dreams that are waiting for you and I both to wake up each and every day to the reality of who we are. So let's focus all as kind of a united group to go out there and really double our business. And I apologize, I'm kind of like a little bit of a, you know, I get excited. So for the person that had to translate this, sorry. Yo hablo poquito español también, pero no es muy rápido con usted. All right. But I'll pass it back over to the wonderful Teresa Walbrick and Karen DeSantis as well. Thanks for having me, you guys.
Oh my
Amazing.
goodness,
Amazing,
that was
Puya.
so much fun. And Lorena, I do want to give you a shout out. Thank you so much for translating. I was like, Puya, go a little bit, like we've got someone translating, because you know how like he talks like I do, so it's a little crazy. You were phenomenal.
As
Thank
always.
you
Thank you so
much.
much. Really. We love your energy. We love your enthusiasm. We love your passion and your leadership, Puya, and we are so honored to work with you as well and to jump on our team call with all of that you have in your organization. You're the best, and it just shows you know how great this company is.
Oh, it's my absolute pleasure, and thanks for giving me the opportunity. And I wanted to stick to my committed time.
I know, and I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. I know I told her when I go, it might be a little bit longer tomorrow night, just because it may be. Yeah, you did a great job. And my goodness, you guys, if you guys aren't excited after listening to Puya, I don't know what will excite you. So I'm going to leave us with a little quote, and then Karen and I are going to close it out. But wise and strong is he who leaves his heart open and searches without fear. I think that's pretty awesome. So that's today's. And I just, Puya, we both just adore you and love you. We can't wait to give you a big hug in Indy to thank you so much for doing this for us. You guys, honestly, I do not know any other place that you could get this type of training. And I know it sounds weird to say a training, yet I could listen to Puya all day long.
Oh
I really
gosh.
could. And I'm not just saying that because he's on here. I would say that no matter what, because he's my tribe. We were listening to someone else. I'm not going to go into detail who it was. We were listening to a watch party, and we were both just kind of going like, this is hard. It's not our tribe. You're trying to just glean. Well, Puya, you're our tribe, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for your heart. We love you and adore you.
So with that, thanks everybody for showing up, and we appreciate it. And
sorry. I said it early.
And we are going to say, you know what? Be replaceable and rise up.
Amen.
Have a
Bye,
blessed week.
guys.
Thank you, Puya.
Thanks, ladies. Thanks, Puya.